Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Okay. Yes, I'm about to attempt every accent I hear. Let's go. Get ready for amazing imitations. Guys, I've done enough British videos and, you know, you guys been watching me for a bit now, some of you, and I hope I don't come across as rude or anything. I wouldn't mind anyone mimicking American. So I like to try, to mimic. Okay, let's go.
The UK is incredibly diverse.
Anglophenia, great. Phenia, great channel. Original link to the video, top description, Discord below that. Love to have you.
Accents, and it just so happens that I can do many of these accents
as
my party trick. So come with me as I take you on a guided tour through all of the accents.
There's gonna be a lot of pausing here, guys. I want to try it out.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson, and this is Anglophenia. And what I'm speaking right now is RP, received pronunciation, or your standard BBC English.
What accent do I have? I don't have an accent, is what everyone thinks. But I would think I have a normal American accent, but I guess that'd be for you guys to decide. Anyways, so BBC accent.
Spoken across the country, generally by middle, and upper class people. Think of Martin Freeman, Benedict Cumberbatch, or, most of the presenters of BBC News. So, good evening. It's 9 o'clock and this is the news. I'm very important.
Good evening. This is 9 o'clock and this is the news. I'm very important. Good? That's what's coming, guys, so.
Heightened RP is generally only spoken on film and television now. So you're going to think of Nell Card or the Dowager Countess in Downton Abbey. Oh, Gerald, I do love you, but you're so terribly, terribly poor.
Oh, Gerald, I do love you. You are just so terribly, terribly poor. I need a... You see, across the British Empire. Ooh. Sorry.
Now, London is the accent that most people outside of Britain can recognise,
Jesus.
That classic lock, stock and two smoking barrels. Get out of my pub! Go on, get out of it! Shut it, you tart!
Shut it, you tart! London. See, I feel like I'm acting disrespectful, but
London.
London. London
is the accent that most people
London is the accent that most people recognize around the world.
Outside of Britain can recognise, that classic lock, stock and two smoking barrels. Get out of my pub!
Get
Go
out
on, get out of it! Shut it, you tart!
You twat.
East Anglia is a flat, boggy kind of place with a flat, boggy kind of accent. I'd love to give you an example of somebody that comes from there that speaks like this, but they all lose this accent as soon as they can. Stephen Fry's from Norfolk, but he doesn't speak like this because he's posh. Here's a kind of classic kind of East Anglia phrase. I done dropped my computer in the fan and it's broken.
I done dropped my computer in the fan and it's broken. C+.
Now let's go across the island to the West Country, which is
Now let's go across the island to the West Country.
a much rounder sound. It's farmland full of sheep and cows and apples. Think of like Sam Gamgee from The Lord of the Rings or Hagrid from the Harry Potter movies. Oh, you bloody kids, get off my land!
I always felt like Samwise, what's his name? Forget. Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings sounded American. I know he is American, but I didn't know he was trying to put on a British accent.
Or, oh, Mr. Frodo, don't let him turn me into anything unnatural. And then when you go down to Cornwall, it gets a little bit more piratey. So, hoist the mizzenmast, Squire Trelawney. Now, Southern Welsh is this great sing-songy kind of an accent. Think of Tom Jones or Richard Burton. Rage against the die.
Oh, I can't do this one. I can't roll my R's. Rage.
Jones or Richard.
Richard. Why is it when I try it always comes out? It comes out with other people as
sing-songy kind of an accent. Think of Tom Jones or Richard.
Richard. I can't do it.
Burton, you know, rage against the dying of the light. Bloody hell, I love Dylan Thomas. Northern Welsh is where the singer Duffy is from. It's a
Duffy's from. Okay, Welsh seem to roll their R's.
thicker kind of an accent, and most people from there speak Welsh at home, and English is a second language. So, you know, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr.
Now, across the country to the West Midlands and Birmingham, it's a very nasal kind of an accent, mostly on account of all the industry that went on in that area. Cat Daly, who presents...
Was that English?
Mostly on account to the West Midlands and Birmingham. It's a very nasal kind of an accent, mostly on account of all the industry that went on in that area. Nasal kind of an accent, mostly on account of all the industry that went
on account of all the industry that
on in that area.
Went on in that area.
Yeah, Cat Daly, who presents So You Think You Can Dance, is from there, and so is Ozzy Osbourne, you know. Sharon, where's the bloody remote? Yeah, that voice that he does isn't because of drugs, it's just where he's from. Scouse is your classic Liverpool accent. The Beatles are from there, and so's Paul McGann. They were also made European Capital of Culture a couple of years ago.
European Capital of Culture?
By the EU, so don't tell me they're not cultured, alright?
Alright.
Up into Lancashire. And
I thought I'd be doing so much better than I am.
You know,
Lancashire, this is where I am from. Well, I think. Do I have to go through the story again? Let me do it, okay? Fast forward if you want. So, yeah, people are like, oh, haha, he thinks he's Irish or English or he's American. I get it, but I'm curious, all right? We came from people who a lot of the history, family history, got lost crossing the pond, as you would say. But from what my parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles have been doing is that my grandfather's, my maternal grandfather, can go back to Lancashire. In fact, I can find a book for you, right here. One sec. So this is a David Livingstone book. I'm not sure how they got it, but I know it was from my mom's dad before he passed away. And it says John Hollenrake, which is his name. Hare Hill Road, Littleborough, Lancashire, England. I don't want to, but I'm not saying that's the evidence. That's just one of the things where it shows Lancashire, but it seems like that is where, and then I know my father's side came from a town called Mohill, Ireland. So Mohill, Ireland, I don't believe it's in Northern Ireland, and Lancashire, England are two places where my family has kind of pinpointed as two likely places where two of my grandparents came from. So I guess I would be a Lancashire boy.
Nothing the EU, so don't tell me they're not cultured, alright? Up into Lancashire, and you know, think of Christopher Eccleston or most of the cast of the Downstairs in Downton Abbey. Daisy, get those buns out the oven before they burn. Oh, Mr. Bates. So, across the Pennines to Yorkshire, it's a much kind of flatter accent from Lancashire, and they cut off a lot of the words. So, Lancashire ago. You know, think of Christopher Eccleston or most of the cast of the Downstairs in Downton Abbey. Daisy, get those buns out the oven before they burn.
Daisy, get those buns out the oven before they burn.
Oh, Mr. Bates. So, across the Pennines to Yorkshire, it's a much kind of flatter accent from Lancashire, and they cut off a lot of the words. So, I'm going to pub uphill. Think of Sean Bean from Lord of the Rings.
Love Sean Bean.
Or Game of Thrones. One does not simply walk into Mordor. So, in
One does not simply walk into Mordor. These are getting harder. Sheffield.
Northumberland and Newcastle is speaking a Geordie accent. So, you know, think of the Geordie Shore or Carol Cole. Remember, she got fired from the X Factor because nobody could understand a word she was saying. Or Billy Elliot. All I want to do is dance bally, but me dad makes me box.
All I want to do is dance ballet, but my dad makes me box.
Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. It's a very soft, maybe a little snooty kind of an accent. Think of Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. What do you think you are doing?
Or Dame Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall. That's 10 points taken from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter.
Gryffindor, Mr. Potter. I'm failing so bad.
Glasgow's a much thicker kind of an accent. Billy from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter. Glasgow's a much thicker kind of an
Thicker kind of an accent.
Billy Connolly and
Billy Connolly.
Peter Capaldi are both from there.
Both from there.
Cut off a lot of the words.
Cut off a lot of their words. Cut off a lot of the words.
So, I haven't any butter, so I've got to go to the shop, you know.
Have any bottle, so I got go off to the shop, you know. What do you think you're doing? I kind of.
And so up to the very north, to the Highlands of Scotland. Think of Amy Pond from Doctor Who, or maybe Sir Robert Burns. The best laid plans of mice and men, gang after glee. Now let's go to Northern Ireland, and it's all about the vowels with the Northern Irish accent, like, how now, brown cow. Liam Neeson is from there. I've got a very particular set of skills. I know he doesn't say it in that accent in the movie, but it sounds well called, so, like... And finally, Southern Ireland is obviously not a part of the United Kingdom, but I can do a double...
Or father. Bless me, father.
An accent, so let's just do it. It's a pretty classic Irish accent with a lot of assonance to it. So Sinead O'Connor's from there. Nothing compares to you.
That's such a sad song.
That is all from me. Tell me if there's any British accents that I miss, because I love a challenge.
Okay, American accents. New England. I don't know where to park my car. Park your car in the lot, in the parking lot, in the front yard. Some Dunkin', Boston. Jesus. Southern. Whale. I suck. Interesting, guys, but, you know, I tried. Love y'all. See you guys next time. Bye.